Good afternoon, welcome to Tortoise Tech. If you're new here, my name is Reese from KFC or Wookie XXL. And in today's review, I'm having a look at the Razer B2 Pro Wireless BlackShark. The Razer BlackShark V2 Pro Wireless. Rap superstar incoming. Next album is going to drop any day now. But getting back to the headset, it is this unit over here on my left. Very simplistic in their look and feel. I really do like that. Good build quality, normal Razer stuff, plastics and stuff are nice. They don't feel chintzy and terrible. The headband's side pieces expand along two separate lines up and down the side. And then on initial look and feel, I thought this is going to be horrible. It's going to move around constantly every time I take it off and put it back on. Then it's going to extend. But if I just give you a demo of like how difficult it is to extend and retract these, they do their job very, very well. Comfort is very good, very, very good. Sound isolation as well, even doing that. The echo of my voice in the room, completely gone. The microphone boom, extreme. Also, detachable, quite nicely done. It's a single or a mono mic, as you'll notice, not a stereo. There's one condenser built in here that's busy picking everything up, and it's channeled as well, so you can only put it in one way. Also, as I try to put it in the wrong way, a plus, I have to say, so you can't muck that up. It's also got a power switch, a mic mute button on the back over here, a normal micro USB connection, and then a 3.5mm jack, and that is for this cable over here, which means you can then attach it to mobile devices or consoles like that. For PC, you do get a dongle because it is wireless. Wireless range is pretty good, and wireless like latency and stuff is practically non-existent. More than good Razer wireless that I saw on their mice. Then it does come with another USB cable, which is then for charging. You'll be able to connect this even into a phone charger because it's a 5-volt device. You'll be able to fast charge off of that. Not that you'll be doing that very often, because I've been using them for 5 hours and it hasn't even dropped a percent on the battery. I have no idea how accurate that is, to tell you honestly. Normally I would take a little bit more time with a headset like this before doing a review, but I just didn't, thanks AceCom. One other thing that's on the side here, you'll notice this big button over here. It's actually a dial. And what this dial does is your volume. And it's really, really nicely executed. It feels absolutely fantastic. It's super easy to find when it is on your head. I mean, it's the big thing sticking out. Everything else is nice, small little button tucked away at the back like that. And it's got a central point divot in it. So as soon as you hit the center point, it like locks in and you can feel it going in and out of that central point. So expanding on that statement of comfort, the headband is very, very cushiony. The ear cups themselves are also very cushiony. I like that it's felt as well, because the pleather tends to, if you're getting a little bit sweaty in the heat of the day or in the heat of the game, then it's going to stick to the side of your head, and nobody likes that. These will not do that because everything is felt. Nice Razer across the top here, subtly executed. Razer logos on the side, also subtly executed. No light ups or anything like that, just embossed on the side there, just so you know if you have a closer look at those are Razers. Otherwise you would assume that these would be used for a pilot or something to that effect. Overall, their physical presentation and the kit that you get is pretty damn good. But what are they like as a headset? What are they like to listen to? And what is the microphone like? Well, this is where we take a little bit of a caveat from what I've been experiencing with Razer, which has been pretty much excellence across the board. Audio is a finicky thing. It's not as easy to do, honestly, as like a mouse. People think mouses are very complicated. You throw in a Pixar 3389 sensor, Omron switches, and you make it light as possible with a decent shape, ergo or ambidextrous, and you have a winning combination for a mouse. This is why so many manufacturers have mice, but way fewer do audio, because it is just that much more difficult. These are very digitally crisp. They don't have like a warmth of like a tube amp. They don't facilitate that. And it's actually a trend that goes across the board, like my onboard sound card, which I've been forced into using because my other one blew up after 5 years, rest in peace, Asus Zone or DGX. But my onboard is also just that digitally crisp sort of effect. And to warm it up a little bit, you got to push up your mids if you need to. In this case, I didn't. What I did need to do, however, was just drop the 8K and the 16K. It does have a very, very nice equalizer for you to work off of. That's a big plus with these. It's got a proper built-in equalizer in the Razer software. And the THX spatial sound simultaneously can be applied in different modes to different environments, albeit they kind of sound very, very similar. Another caveat to the THX is that it doesn't always work. In fact, in some games where it's really the sound palette and the sound stage haven't been designed for it at all, it is counterproductive. It actually works against you. But once again, you can set it for specific games and environments. Music on these things, though, absolutely fantastic. On the flat profile, they're really good. They're really, really good. Once again, though, digitally crisp. You're gonna want to warm them up just a touch. If you can put them through some sort of, well, you can't. You've got to use the equalizer and everything that they ship with because they're wireless. You could use them on the cable, but it's a 3-in-1, 1, and 2, it's this long, and that would defeat the purpose of having a wireless headset. Their audio profile is different. It's very unique, to say the least. But like I say, music and media, absolutely fantastic. Watching back, series or movies or something to that effect, voice is really nice. There is a way to enhance it, but it completely kills every other sound around it. Once again, kind of pointless. I think the Razer's going down a cool avenue with these. I think the battery life is ridiculously good. I think the build quality is fantastic. They feel really good. They're not very heavy. They tick the right boxes for a wireless headset. They are some of the best wireless headsets I've ever used, but they will not be a replacement for like a top tier brand, like a Sennheiser or an A.K.A. or something, Audio Technica, stuff that's on that higher sort of level. And the problem is, they're going into that sort of price range with the price tag of nearly 4,000 Rand for these. Moving on to the microphone though, it's a lot weaker than the audio profile itself. The audio profile itself it's acceptable. I'm being nitpicky with these sort of things because I'm an audiophile kind of guy. So I'm going to nitpick my passion, right? But the microphone is, well, very average. In of itself, on its flat platform, it's a voice chat at best. You're not going to get anything out of that. Don't look to do any voiceover work on it or anything like that. Do not expect that from these headphones. You will be disappointed. Then the built-in noise cancellation and stuff also doesn't really work. The noise gate does work, however, which is nice. So you can eliminate keyboard sounds until you start speaking. Then everybody's going to hear everything that's happening in the background. The ambient noise cancellation practically doesn't work at all. I could still hear it no matter what setting I put it into. The microphone is probably the worst part of these headphones easily. I think something a little bit less chat orientated and a little bit more open would be better, because you can always use push to talk or something to that effect to do the noise cancellation, because in chasing noise cancellation they've completely lost their mic quality. Overall, I wouldn't say that this is a failure of a product. It's just not as good as I was hoping it would be. And this is a trend now with these microphones, is in chasing that, like I said, that noise cancellation, you're binning your entire quality from it. All the warmth and depth that you get in someone's voice normally is just completely gone. It's not just Razer though. This is a trend across the market. Wireless microphones, for some reason, just suck. It's like a part and parcel. It's like Jacob Zuma and fraud. They just go together. In summary, it's not a failure of a product. It is still really good, and they are in its, like, without the THX and it's just its normal stereo. These are 50mm drivers. They still got that bass. If you want boom, there's plenty of boom here. If you want good audio in your games, if you turn it off where it's not supported or where it doesn't sound good, it actually is very good. If you turn the THX on where it has a bit more effect, then it does add effect. So it's about balancing and working with the product. And if you do that, you will have a very good experience. And like I said, the battery life is monolithic, okay? 5 hours and I haven't even dropped 1%. It's pretty much the best battery life I've ever seen on a headset. If it's to be believed the Razer Sign-Up stuff, which I think it is. It's generally been quite accurate, especially when I did the mask tests. I had like a week with those, so I could discharge and recharge and stuff. And their wireless technology and their battery life is superb, bar none. If you're not too worried about the mic and you're not going to try and use it for singing or something to that effect, if it's just for talking to your mates on Discord, it'll be acceptable. The noise cancellation stuff aside, I can't cancel that noise. The noise cancellation stuff aside, it works. It still works really well. I have liked what Razer's doing. That's why I'm trying not to be too harsh and just completely backhand their product and say it's absolutely rubbish, because it's not, and that would be extremely unfair. I think with a couple little tweaks, however, just one to the audio profile, make it a bit warmer. The overly digital crispiness, it's tinny on the top end, especially on the 10 kilohertz and up. Razer, please, you got to change that. You really do. The THX is a nice touch. Like I say, to be able to turn it on and off per game and stuff as you launch the game, like, nicely done. That's good. To be able to connect it to my phone, nice, really nice to throw that into the package. To have like nicely done cables with their own little covers on, and you know, a proper 2.4 gigahertz dongle that I can walk like 20 meters away from my PC. These are all fantastic things. Just please fix your mic. Anyway, that is all I have time for you in this review. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit us up with a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the flip side. Please shoot whoever that is. Just shoot them. Just twice. Just doof doof, and then I can work. The whole day it's been going. Stop. Collaborate and listen. Rice is back with a brand new invention. Something is going next door daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. To the extremes, I want to blow.